Good morning there. You're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jennifer Sonko. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm joined here by my amazing co-host Ibrahim Abalde, as well as our newspaper review guest, Mr. Dabo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here.
All right, it's good to have you back here. We had an interesting conversation
the last time,
so this is like a continuation for us. But before we delve into the program proper, Mr. Dabo, I had Ibrahim challenged me last week and said to me, Jennifer, I am challenging you to come on this morning without makeup, you know, to show your real skin. We want to see your real skin, if it's flawless or not. We want to find out.
Mr. Dabo, I mean, what I said, it's very simple. I want you to come makeup free so that people will see your actual color, the tone of your skin. At least people will understand how it looks and how it appears on television.
Well, Mr. Dabo, if you know me, whenever I go for outdoor productions, I don't have makeup on. I've been on TV several times without makeup on. And it takes boldness to have a big chop like this. I have a big chop like this. Yes. It takes boldness to chop it off. Yes. And I chopped it off.
I know. It takes boldness to chop it off. You understand? Yeah. It takes the confidence to do
also
that.
Also come here with my flawless
I understand.
Skin.
But now I agree.
Natural is beauty.
You know, I agree.
Skin bu set wecc.
Wow, yaa ngi smooth.
Wow.
Yaa ngi smooth mu ngi leer.
Jeex na tàkk.
Wecc. Wow. Bi moom proof nga ma wrong. Dama fogoon ne soo make up da nga am ay tas. Ndekete amuloo ben nekku fa jànga. You know?
Mr. Dabo,
Mr. Dabo, what?
I will reserve my comment.
Don't you think once a while?
Because what I know is I'm not sure how the camera people are responding to you makeup coming free without makeup.
Okay. Because in production, in media,
you know, I mean, you
need to apply. But anyway, for the sake of the program, sometimes we have fun, you know. Dang ma challenge.
And you accepted the challenge.
I accepted the challenge.
More in the WAFB. I mean, there was a time, you know, someone, I mean, I don't know, I will not mention names. I saw someone that I've been seen on social media. I saw the person live like this. I was like, no, it's not the person. This is not the person. So you can see sometimes how makeup disguise people.
Yeah, but what I told you was, that depends. But I'm happy that you're even bringing this up, because just yesterday I was having a conversation with Mr. Eddie about how in the Gambia here we have a few individuals who have specialized on women's skin and just different shades and layers and everything, and just understanding. The reason that happens is because the person doing the makeup is not an expert. That person does not really understand what products will work. Because when you apply proper makeup, it should not even hide your skin tone to that extent.
Absolutely, yeah.
Your skin tone should just blend in, and then the foundation will just glide and then just combine like that. That's how it's supposed to. But the reason why you experience that is because probably that person did not use the right products, or the person who was doing it just did whatever they wanted to do.
Well, you know, it's important for you to know what to put on your face.
Skin is very sensitive.
You see, the face is a very important part of the human body. Right. I mean, it's important you know the kind of chemicals that you put on. Sometimes this will bring you problems in the future.
Right.
So it's important for you to know the combination mixture that you do on your face. Otherwise, I mean, Jennifer, you will be black and you start applying and you become, you know, you'll be funny.
But anyway, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
No, but actually, I like the tone of your skin. Yeah. I mean, your face is not like how I was expecting it. You know, I think I've never seen you makeup free. You know,
anyway,
this is my first
challenge
time.
Viewers, challenge accepted. You know, big chop, natural face. You know, get to do it sometimes. It's okay to just be natural and just feel yourself.
It's beautiful.
I don't even like makeup. It's because of the job that I do. But personally, apart from TV, I don't apply makeup because I feel comfortable in my skin.
In your own skin.
And my big chop.
It is nothing better than it, honestly.
Nothing better than it. Yes. So let's just appreciate the skin that we have. No hydroquinone, or nothing. So moving on, let's head to the program. We have the African proverb as usual, and we'll be taking a look at the newspapers, as well as we'll be joined by Gando from the Ministry of Health, Communications Officer, and he'll be taking us through the ongoing vaccination process when it comes to measles and rubella. You know, let's all endeavor to ensure that our children are vaccinated. I know with the COVID-19 and with the Aki, there's a lot of misconception already surrounding all of these things, but he'll be here to, you know, help us just walk around it and to ensure that you are all educated to just accept this particular vaccination. What is our African proverb?
The African proverb, as you know, I mean, let's take a look at it. what it reads today. I've heard Jennifer saying it's a very interesting.
Yeah, when I saw it, a lot of things came to my mind.
A roaring lion kills no game.
A roaring lion
kills no game.
Kills no game.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you guys show me these proverbs before the program? You know, so I can get myself
prepared for
mentally prepared for it.
You're like,
you know, so here I am.
You know, the reason is we want you to like think on your feet. Yeah, we don't want you to go check it, look it up.
Okay.
But, you know,
okay.
We just want to get sitting here, what just comes to your mind.
Yeah.
You know, but I can start.
Oh no, I don't have a problem with it. I was just
well, we know Mr. Davo is the professional.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
he's the professional.
Yeah. We just want to think.
So a roaring lion will never what?
Kills no game.
Kills no game. Yeah. Meaning, empty barrels normally will make the most noise.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's how I read it literally. I mean. So why is the lion roaring in the park? If they are really serious about catching a prey, they wouldn't be roaring.
No.
So if you know what to do, you don't need to tell people. I mean, this is who I am. I can do this better than everybody else on the face of this earth. You don't have to do. Your actions speak for themselves. You know. I don't know what you think, Jen.
Yeah, actions speak for themselves. Cut off. But you know, in modern day. As well, with branding, obviously, sometimes you have to, have a responsibility to sell yourself.
Yes.
You have a responsibility to say, this is what I can do.
But you know that is different
from this context. But I'm just, you know, putting it out that sometimes it's important. Culturally, might not be accepted, but in, you know,
real
modern day, you
yeah.
have to sell yourself. You have to, you know, you have to say, this is what I can do, and I can do it better than this group of people. It's important sometimes to kind of expose that.
Yes.
Excuse me, don't even go there. You know what?
Well, I'm just trying to put my little brain here.
Okay.
I mean,
so going, you know, before I'm done.
Yes.
So for me, like you said, if you are good at certain things most of the time, or as a lion in the park, I'm a time pour def lolu nonu. Mom, the prey is in front of him. He's just gonna go get it.
Yep.
He actually doesn't even want to make noise. He wants to do it slowly, and just catch that goat or whatever the prey is. That's what they do. But the moment then the noise is about, then it means you have to check. You know, there's something wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important, just generally, for people to be honest to themselves, because this for me is about honesty about what you can do and what you cannot do. You know, sometimes you projects come, you know, opportunities come, and you want to grab them, and you know clearly, I'm talking even at a personal level, there are opportunities that come my way. It's not about not wanting to push myself, but I know that I cannot do it. So I'm like, I can't do this, because you know why? Because when the results come out, you don't want to look somehow. You want to look good at the end of the day.
Correct.
So as individuals, we have to make sure in whatever we're doing, let's be honest. Let's not make the noise around it. And when it's time to deliver, when it's time to give results, we can't give results. I'm a very results-oriented person.
Perfect.
I am more concerned about what is going to happen later than taking up something, and at the end of the day, my reputation is at stake. So generally, I think that is something that needs to be looked into. The noise is important, but let it also be accompanied by positive results that you can defend, and if something goes wrong, you can continue to defend it in a sustainable manner.
For it.
Yes.
Well, you know, I wanted to say we have different types of people. I mean, people who make noise for the sake of attention, and people who make noise for the sake of achieving something. I mean, people have different intentions of, I mean, making noise. Fine, it's good to make noise to an extent. I mean, sometimes if you don't make that noise, you know, you won't be able to achieve what you want.
Right.
You understand? But some people are there too. They will make noise without even knowing they are making that noise. So we have different types of people in the society. You understand? I like the proverb when you say an empty barrel makes a lot of noise. But I don't think it's all barrels sometimes. There are barrels, I mean, they make noise.
No, you can't deny the fact that when a barrel's empty,
it makes noise.
And it rolls down the street.
It depends on the type of noise they are making. Noise of change, noise of difference, and noise of so. You know, we also have different noises.
Yeah.
You understand? When a empty barrel fall, they make noise in different ways. So I mean, these are all things. But I agree with what Jennifer said.
Yes.
I mean, it's a matter of focusing, you know, and do things, you know, under. How do they say it? Under burden. You do it under burden, and you achieve your dream.
Yeah, so sometimes you don't, for me really, you know, hang up, Mr. Mboji, we will have this debate. I'm not a fan of people who say, oh, you're supposed to do this underneath and later success is going to talk for itself. Like, if you know your conscience is clear and this is something that you can do, be loud about it. I don't have a problem.
You know, be
loud.
Yes.
But my problem is when you cannot do something and the results might not come out
there are
good,
certain things. There's a reason why they tell you to do certain things, you know, underground.
Okay, give me an example of something that should be done
you understand?
underground.
If you know you are working on something, now let's say you're working on getting maybe a visa.
Okay.
Maybe a visa to go to the States or a visa to go to the UK. You understand? You don't have to come and tell everybody, I'm working on a visa, I'm doing this, I'm trying to achieve this, if I go to the US, I'll do this and that and that.
Okay.
Do everything underground.
Yes.
When you get your visa, then you make the noise.
But I know,
so those are the kind of things that people tell you.
I know somebody who was looking for a UK visa before he got the visa. Everybody knew, and lolu taxut amon na visa.
Dafa am why it's safer when you take it underground until when you have what you want. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to go every. Yes, this is what we believe. This is what our culture tells us. So this is what we're gonna believe.
Mr. Dam, you
know, there's nothing wrong with pushing oneself. I'm trying to respond to what you were talking about.
The branding.
Yes. Now, you have to be there for yourself. And if you say, I can do this, when you are given the opportunity to do it, try to prove yourself.
Yes,
even when you are not 100% there, just try to push yourself. Try to achieve something. Try to get something out of it. That is different from making unnecessary noise.
Yes.
You know, or bluffing about an achievement when actually when you are pushed against the wall, you have nothing to show for it.
That is wrong.
So that's wrong. But again, now this age we are in, it is very important as far as branding is concerned to be able to sell yourself out there. I have been struggling with this, and people who know me will tell you this. I find it very difficult to sit down and have a conversation with somebody to say, this is who I am.
Really?
I really have. I'm trying to move away from it, but really that's something I've been struggling
so
because I think I can prove myself
better than you can say it.
That better than I can say.
Okay, so you can come to me for help because I'm so good at saying.
Well, that's what
I'm so good at putting my things out
that's
there.
what I support. I support.
No,
I support what Mr. Dabo said. I mean, instead of you telling people what you can do, what you're doing, what you're about to do, keep quiet.
Mr. Dabo, we are in a Hangasiban generation.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get there. Understand a lot. When you're applying
no,
for
I think she's making a lot of sense. Yes, I get it.
Hold on, Mr. Dabo. I'm fan. In this generation, why is it that when you're applying for certain major opportunities, international organizations will ask you for your social media handles?
Right.
What do you think they're going to do at your social media?
Yeah.
They don't want to see the outfit you're wearing. You know what they want to see? Successes that you've registered. It's not bluffing.
But you can register. Listen, you can register success without doing certain things, without going to an extent. What you doing is bad.
Generally, if you want to go on social media,
this is not
to see what some other people have achieved for themselves or us in the group, you will never find anything because they hate social media.
I know that, but what I'm saying, Mr. Dabo, they're leggy. See, generation bubble and tolu manam.
I understand that.
And these people ask you for social media handles sometimes. They want to go check. I'm not saying this is the outfit I'm wearing. That's not important. No. But it's about community engagement.
What is more important?
What impact are you registering in communities? If you put somebody who's branding themselves properly and a person who's not, most of the time the person who branded themselves, it doesn't mean the other person is not good enough, but because kida fa jay bopam ba nga xamne raw na kenen ki.
That's what I support. When you are putting on social media, put things that have sense. You understand? Nekut lu nekk nga post. Xam na man moom daf dee ñun we are from the older generation.
I'm so done with you.
The social media generation.
Yes.
This is
completely
different
That's how
from how things used to be.
Yes, exactly.
So I agree with you, honestly. And it doesn't matter if you are part of the before the social media generation or now. Branding is important.
Very important.
It is very important. You don't only have to overdo it. Don't oversell yourself. Don't be bluffing.
Okay,
just be
so
conscious.
What is bluff? I want to understand. Bluff is what?
To overblow your achievements.
Don't be blowing your trumpet.
No.
Don't blow your trumpet.
No, Mr. Dabo, Bokuma generation.
No,
this is not for you.
No.
It's not about me.
It's about, it's general.
It's normal.
Because general, when you oversell yourself and you underachieve.
No. I don't agree with that. Underachievement be mom nañ ko
No, that's no. What I'm saying is, if what you are saying should be something that we can go by.
Yes.
Selling yourself is not bad. If you oversell yourself, you're putting the expectation of the individual who is buying high up there. And if, for example, you are hired for a position based on what how you've sold yourself, how you sold yourself.
Yes.
And you are given a job and you are underperforming.
Yeah.
How would you think your employer will react?
That is wrong.
That's what I'm saying. So social media is good.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. It is good. It's helpful in society. It's good. Everything that you can say about it, it's good. But it has its negative connotation.
Yes.
And that is people are putting things that are untrue, that are blowing things out of proportion.
Or living a life that...
And you know what, Mr. Dabo, I don't agree with that. I always sit here and say conscience.
You don't agree with what I said?
I don't agree with the issue of lying about achievements. Correct. I don't agree with it. I sit here all the time and say, Demala Sahel, be honest, go with your conscience. What is true is true. What is not true, don't touch it. No. And you know what? When you sell yourself in a positive way based on what you can do as an individual, and there's high expectation on the side of the buyer, for me, if that's money, that pushes me to do more, way more than what the buyer is expecting. That is if my achievements are true.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yes.
Do you believe that?
But the moment you lie about it, it's a different story.
Not even only lying about it, but you are overblowing it. You see what I'm saying? You don't only have to lie about it.
Okay, what's your definition of overblowing it? That's where I can't agree with you.
If this is a phone, okay, it's an iPhone 10 phone.
14,
I'm selling to Balde and I'm telling him, you know what, I got a 14 with me.
Yes.
If Balde should come to me to confirm and he's found a 10 with me, how is he going to look at me?
No, I don't agree with that.
That's a blackmail.
We are on the same page then.
Right.
Now I understand. We're on the same page. You know why?
All right. So don't oversell.
Yes. For me, I offer the client what I am.
Correct.
Not beyond.
Nothing more,
nothing less. But what it is. And that is what you're going to get.
Good conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
We got
All right. So now, let's proceed.
Level.
The court should proceed now.
Yeah.
We spend more
and
time
Mr. Dabo,
on the African proverb.
Like I always say, it's good to have, these conversations where it's intergenerational.
For me, actually,
I learn a lot from what you say and people.
And I've learned a lot from what you said.
Well,
so it's a give and take situation.
Different people have different ways of doing their thing. For me, I prefer doing my thing under the table. You understand? So man do ma ñooñu noonu yow gis nga man awma yeneen social media handles. You know, and there are people that they are not doing all these things, but they are very successful.
Mooy ñan limal ma ku fi nekk social media ci jamono buñ nekk te muy dem wax ma ko.
Ci jamono bi.
Ci jamono waxuma mag de.
ma jox la sample.
Jox ma sample.
ma jox la sample.
xam naa koo bëgg a wax kooku is different businessman.
waaw kon
xam naa kan la bëgg a mel.
okay.
kooku is a businessman di def business am waaye xam nga fu ma waxee Mr. Dabo.
Yes.
ñun si yëngu-yëngu yu ñoo def nii. jamono ko laaj.
No, you cannot be this generation fekk nekkuloo on social media nekkuloo di def yeneen loolu agree now but to some extent.
ñoom président yi sax dañ am social media handle. xam nga lu tax président yi am social media handle dañ war a communicate to nit ñi.
But
businessman buy make xaalisam.
I think we are moving from this, but communication, like you said, I just want to add, yes, it's very, very important. and every other platform that is there for you to disseminate your message,
have to utilize
use it.
Make sure don't give us fake information.
And also, Mr. Dabo, mom example, kimo johe, koku need social media personal account. Why
Because
dinga
it's
this
already-
company sami?
Yeah.
I'm in accounts, paske hamna ne,
Every
it's needed. He knows.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
from this,
So,
let's move
wow,
on.
knew them because
Yeah.
you spend more time on the African proverb
Yeah,
today.
it became a social issue.
Sometimes
actually.
nobody got put
it is.
living.
It became a social issue. So let's go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll head right onto the newspaper review. We'll be right back.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building Academy. As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. I am Jena Bosonko, joined by my amazing co-host here, Ibrahim Abalde, as well as senior journalist, Mr. Dabo. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a heated conversation,
Yes.
but we reached a consensus,
Yes.
which is the most
Interesting.
Yes, which is the most important thing. So yeah, Faria, what are you saying?
For more medicine samples linked to AKI taken to overseas lab. And we also have Bruford faces difficulty in acquiring land to build market. Military clash at border impact on farming in Fonyi Bintang. And we also have desperate B4U properties client lodge their complaint, their case to the police. Farmers expect good yield as harvest progress in URR. And on the editorial, we have a very dangerous precedents which must be stopped. Yes, that's what we have.
Yes, so moving on, The Voice, we have here that drivers still rant about high cost of fuel, and also COVID-19. Gambia registers another 121 new cases of COVID-19. And also 95% of kids that died from Aki are from flooded areas. This is said by Tijan Jalo from the Medicines Control Agency. And apart from that, we have the Health Ministry saying that Health Ministry cannot ascertain general causes of Aki among kids. That is all The Voice is saying. And moving on the point, here it says that Fisheries Department posed to transform fisheries value chain, and also Minister Tangara reaffirms government commitment to deepen bilateral ties with Turkey, and EU delegation meets Interior Minister Sonko. So that is all we have. So in relation to COVID-19, Gambia registers another 121 new cases. It just takes my mind to QTV News yesterday, as we saw UNICEF inaugurated different hand washing stations across regions. So it means, you know, these people are still on alert, and they know it's still here, and they're putting in the necessary efforts at still.
Yeah, it is. COVID is still out there. That's just the reality of it. Either you agree with that or not, it is the reality of it. In the United States, it is still there. It is not as prevalent as it used to be, but it is still there.
Yeah.
So people are still advised to be cautious, to take the necessary precautions. as we used to do at the start
Yeah.
of the pandemic.
Right.
So I think generally, yeah, I agree. This thing is out there, and we need to continue to sensitize each other
Yeah.
about the dangers of it
Yeah.
and how we can help one
I think
another
at this
through
point
it.
it's about getting vaccinated, because I'm sure we're all vaccinated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 3 doses.
3 doses, and the booster is.
Yeah, the booster. Yeah,
I
the
did
third
not
one
take
is
the
the
booster.
booster. Yeah,
I was
it's
scared
important
because
too.
I'm afraid of injection. Did you
Yeah.
get the booster?
No, I only took the J&J.
The J&J,
yeah,
one shot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's important to be vaccinated.
Vaccinated.
Jennifer, you said they
'Cause
install
that's-
hand washing
Stations
Yeah.
in different regions, 5 different regions by UNICEF. Yeah, that story by Don Williams, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have them located at different strategic
Yeah,
locations to help people, you
To
know,
be just
just
washing.
to be clean.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's important.
It is.
Yeah,
it
but
is.
the way, I mean, people are approaching COVID-19 recently in this country, it's crazy. We have a lot of people going around to roll out the vaccines, but still to achieve the percentage that is required, I mean, it's still a problem.
Yeah. And one of the precautions, which is to wear a face mask.
No, we don't wear face masks anymore.
At this point, to be honest, we're not doing it. But I think
But if it becomes necessary, now that we have 120
21.
cases, that is scary in itself.
Yeah.
So I'm not you know saying we should start wearing masks, but we need to be careful.
Yeah.
And if you are not vaccinated, please go.
That's
and
the most
get your
important at this
vaccination.
point.
Because
Be
at this point in
vaccinated.
time, we cannot afford to lose any human being now
Mm-hmm.
through preventable diseases.
yeah. And aside from that, economically, you know,
It's-
we've
the
seen
impact
how
is- yeah.
the COVID-19 has like drained economies across the globe. So, you know, we don't want to go through something like that. So I think it's just important that people get vaccinated, because we can't force people to do certain things that they've already, you know, left a long time ago. So the most important thing is just for, you know, people to just ensure that they are vaccinated. And also 95% of kids that died from the Aki are from flooded areas, and now the ministry is saying health ministry cannot ascertain general causes of Aki among kids. So which means as a country, when it comes to the Aki, we're still at a stage of identifying things. We haven't still identified.
Well, I can see.
I'm trying to-
Well, just before you
Yes.
come, I can see Foroya stated on the editorial, why are authorities hasty in holding press conference on Aki without conclusive evidence?
Yeah,
that's
there's
the-
no
that's-
conclusive evidence
That's
yet.
the problem, though. How on earth can the ministry say Aki is not related to... I don't get it. What did the WHO say when this thing just came out?
Yeah.
They related every death to the medicine
To
that
the
the
medic-
kids took. So how do you reconcile from the statement by WHO and the statement that is coming from our own ministry? At the beginning of it, they accepted it. I mean, I just don't seem to understand where they're getting the information from. If the WHO report is wrong, come out and tell the public that, you know what, is coming from WHO, they made a mistake, and let WHO even lead that.
Yeah, because
That's-
Mr. Tijan Jallo here is saying that Aki are the 95% of kids that died from Aki are from flooded areas.
Meaning 65 of the kids who died did not die from Aki. How can you... I don't seem to understand
Well, there's
the
a lot of
connection. I
controversy
Yeah,
really
yeah,
don't see-
yeah.
when it
It is
comes to
true.
the Aki, yes.
Yeah, it is true that when it rains, flooded areas are the ones that are prone to
Some of these
waterborne
diseases.
diseases. That is true. But as far as Aki is concerned, I want to get that confirmation from WHO and through, as Forea is suggesting, for the ministry to hold a press conference. Allow journalists to ask the relevant questions. Because just making a statement without anybody giving you a follow-up question as to what you're saying, the information is not clear.
And that reminds me, yesterday we have seen list of names going around on social media from Watson, Gambia. I'm not going to mention any name. People who are renting out license to these pharmacies, you understand? So if at all that list is true, then we have a big problem in this country.
Actually,
it calls for an alarm.
Actually, just to say that it's not a problem to
To rent out.
It's not rent. And the word rent is my problem there because it's not supposed to be rented. It's supposed to be a partnership between the person who has the resource, that is the money, to buy the drugs and run the pharmacy, and the person with the expertise and owns his or her license. The problem is renting out the license, getting paid 200,000 or 100,000 or 50,000 or you name it, depending on the cost per year. And you don't even go to that pharmacy to check if they have the right drugs or are doing the right thing.
Exactly.
That's where the problem lies.
That's
but
the
giving
problem.
out your license to a person with the resources, it's not a problem.
But you are the expert. You are the one who is supposed to go and monitor all these things. Some of them, according to what the list that I've seen, some of them are not even living in this country. They are not here, and their licenses are being used by people. You know,
it's a business.
It is. The partnership that she's talking about, you know, we had a discussion about this some time ago.
Yes.
If you are in partnership with somebody, you know, you somehow, in most cases, it's equal responsibilities.
Oh, Dick.
That's what happens there. So if it is a partnership, especially with this pharmacy that imported those drugs, that killed this allegedly killed these kids. Now that the ministry is denying
Not
that.
confirming.
Yeah. So, yes, partnership is what they use. And I was glad. I don't know how they came to that conclusion. I'm not sure if the director is still there. That is at the Medicines Control Agency. At that briefing yesterday, she wasn't there. It was Mr. Jallo who was there. Yes. So I'm not sure if the director has recused herself from any kind of conversation, investigation, or whatever is going on as far as Aki is concerned. And if that is the case, I applaud her for doing that. Because when something is directly connected to you, especially in a situation like this, the best thing to do is to recuse yourself, to give way so that the fruit will come out. And if that's what she's done, I was the first one to say here on this platform that she should have done that. And if that's what she's done, I am proud of her, honestly, for making that decision. Because this is a serious matter. We need to, as a country, need to get to the bottom of it.
Definitely.
So whatever and whoever is helping in that process is important. I really applaud her. And I said here, never met her, don't know her, I don't know how she even looks like. But this is what is expected of public servants.
And also, if really the partnership that they're calling for is a partnership, then it shouldn't be that this is what you get at the end of the year. It should be done on a percentage basis because you know your nose is directly into the business and the person who has the money is also directly into the business. Then we want to see the partnership because partnership comes with 60-40, 30-20, something like that. That is what we want to see.
That is how it's supposed to be. But whether it is happening like
we
that,
don't
whether
know.
That's the kind of agreement.
But so moving on.
We will get to the bottom of things.
So moving on, let's talk about exclusive breastfeeding. You know, as there's this early initiation breastfeeding training for nurses and midwives that has just been wrapped up. So, you know, which the UNICEF is involved in. They're, you know, training nurses to put efforts together to ensure that women are encouraged to do exclusive breastfeeding. And, you know, if not exclusive breastfeeding, what other methods can they also use to ensure that kids, babies have access to hygienic milk and all of that? I think it's something very important and less talked about.
There's something I've observed in this country, especially if I'm going to use your generation of young people coming up, especially professional women, I will say, it's not everybody, but professional women most of the time are trying to do less of breastfeeding.
Professional women?
Yes. Like yourself. Okay? Less of breastfeeding and more of, you know, other types of milk that is out there. One thing I know is that breastfeeding is the best milk for a child, for a baby. It helps you as a mom. I'm not a medical person, but I have kids. I know how breast milk is good for a child. And even in the United States or in Europe or elsewhere else, people generally think they don't breastfeed, but I'm telling you, people who know the importance of breast milk will always breastfeed, and medical people, professionals in the field will always advise mothers to breastfeed. So it's very important. I know, yeah, you can be busy, but breastfeed that child.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes, I know, for mothers out there. We're actually sending them some love because it's really difficult going to work.
Yeah.
You know, I've never experienced it, but as a woman, you can tell some of the burden that we carry. You know, having to go to work, there's a kid at home that you need to breastfeed. You know, sometimes you must put in supplements to be able to carry it along. But I see technology is changing that, because now there are some hygienic bottles that are there where it actually just gets it out. I don't know if we have it in Gambia. I'm not sure about that, but I see it in other countries.
You mean for sale?
For sale, yes. There's some sort of something. I don't know.
I'm not sure if they have it for sale here, but I know I've seen it with women.
I've seen it with women outside of Gambia. Okay.
Even here.
Okay. I'm
either they got it from outside or from here, but
I'm just
women
informed
are using
that they have it. So what you do is you just put it inside and just put the bra on, and then the milk just comes out, and then that's it.
You can put it in the bottle. And keep it in the refrigerator
and
or
heat it later.
Well,
so I think technology is
let
making
mothers be encouraged to breastfeed their children. It's very important. The breast milk is good. No matter how busy you are, make sure your child is well fed before you leave the compound.
Yeah, but I'm not judging any mom out there. I'm not going to judge any mother out there if they're not breastfeeding well, because
it's a personal choice.
There might be.
And also, like you said, personal choice comes in.
It's a personal choice,
We need to put this into consideration, you know. I know people, there are certain personal choices that cannot be defended.
I mean,
but
if Mr. Dabo, you think there should be personal choice when it comes to breastfeeding your child?
Balde, you know, we have
your
to.
Your breast is full of milk, and your child is there hungry.
Please, that's not what we're talking about.
No, listen, and you think you have personal choice to breastfeed your child. Why? Choice. Because you are busy doing things.
It's not about busy.
Mr. Dabo, what do you mean by personal choice?
That's what I exactly mean, personal choice. It is your choice to
whether
decide
to breastfeed or not.
Your child or not.
Some people don't have.
And when I say that, I'm talking about a conversation that a couple will have, husband and wife will have, to say yes, you can breastfeed, or to say, you know what, since you are a busy mom, you know, in the morning you can breastfeed, but for the rest of the day, get some other source of milk, food for the baby.
If you see, the reason why you are created and they put breast for you, the woman is to breastfeed your child.
But you don't want to take this conversation all the way there. What I'm saying is, what I'm right now in this generation,
there should not be personal choice when it comes to breastfeeding.
But you can't force somebody to do things that they don't want to do. That's just the reality of life.
Well, that's the problem we are having now in our society.
No.
You know, if you don't breastfeed your child, you resort to other means of feeding your child.
I started by saying.
But it's a choice.
Ñeneen dañ naaw ne suma nampale suma weni dañoo daanu. I mean, look at all those things. Is that no? Let's talk about these things. Lolu dega na ko. As far as we're talking about this is the society that we are living in. Dabo. Is that a choice? Is that a genuine choice?
That's just the individual.
As far as the baby is not starving, I maintain my position that it is a personal choice.
I maintain my position.
Where the child is going to be affected, then you have a responsibility to make sure that child is not starved, is well fed.
For me, there is no personal choice.
I started by saying I encourage the process of breastfeeding. It's important. It cannot be overemphasized. But at the end of the day, it's a choice that a person has to make. Our society is not built that way. We have to breastfeed, but you have
but do you know we have to breastfeed?
Yes, I agree. 100%. All my children have been breastfed.
The issue here is women are urged to do exclusive breastfeeding.
See, they are urged.
In quote, urged, not forced.
No, they wouldn't be forced, but breastfeeding your child is the right thing to do.
It is not a problem in this country right now.
Breastfeeding,
because you can say 90% of women do breastfeed in this country.
But Mr. Dabo, we are talking about how people shame other women who by choice, because
don't want to
but as long as the child is alive and the child is getting fed in other ways. He talked about how women, choice la. If a woman feels that bugut wenam bi danu, Bodem la, you are
The most
entitled
important,
to
the most
Why
important thing.
Lolu is a very useless choice. Lolu is not a choice that is genuine. You understand? There are many things, there are many combinations when it comes to the breast milk.
I think the child is very important to a parent to such an extent that it would take them a lot of thinking into the decision of should I or should I not breastfeed my child. If you love your child that much and you know you...
So, Mr. Dabo, what I'm trying to say is, I am not saying women should not breastfeed their kids. Exclusive breastfeeding, I am even an advocate. I say exclusively breastfeed your child, especially for the first 3 months.
It's good for the growth.
Yes, the growth,
both
the
mental and physical.
Everything.
It is very
for
important.
a child who's breastfed.
Yes.
I am not
very
against
important.
that. Yeah. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to also shame a woman based on choice who decides to do otherwise.
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just it.
Wow. That's the thing.
That's
as long as the life of the child is not at risk,
okay.
The choice is yours.
All right. Yeah. I rest my case.
That's it. You know, he's conservative.
Let's proceed.
And I'm liberal.
Let's proceed.
You know, he's conservative and I'm liberal.
We are all open to our own way of thinking.
Yeah. Yes,
you know, so let's proceed.
Yeah. But it's important to have people with different ideologies to sit here just so we exchange.
Exactly.
And Mr. Dabo, I see you are a liberal as well.
I tend to, I can be very conservative sometimes.
Really?
So, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to see the conservative part of me.
Of you. No, I'm ready to see it, and we will debate it out.
Someday.
Yeah, some other time.
All right.
Ibrahima, what other interesting headline do you have there?
All right, let's talk about Brufut. I mean, they face difficulty in acquiring land to build market. I mean, this
Brufut of all places.
This is a big surprise to me.
Yes,
Brufut, I mean, Brufut and land.
Yeah.
You understand? So how can they face difficulty? That is a problem, Mr.
You know what government needs to do now is to decentralize development. Combo St. Mary, West Coast region. If Brufut is complaining about a lack of land to build a hospital, what do you think 10, 15 years is going to do in this area? So government need to start thinking about decentralizing administration. Some of the projects, I would go to the extent of even the conference hall, the Sadauda Kairaba Jawara conference hall, could have been built somewhere in the rural areas. What does that do? Because when you have it there, you have to construct roads. You have to bring light, electricity in there. You have to bring anything that is necessary for a development, for example, water, electricity, and all that. When you do that, people will find it easy to move down there because they know what they need to live a comfortable life is available there.
Yeah, but when you say rural, which areas are you?
Okay, let's take urban, for example, to be from Brikama coming this way, and from Banyul to here. That's urban. Any village, city, or town after Brikama can be considered rural area, either from both sides of the bank, north and south. So, I mean, and I'm not saying this because I'm a rural boy. No, I'm not saying it because of that. But I'm just saying this. Look, we need to decentralize development. Really. Brufut, meaning have they sold all the land that is available to them?
Well, that's the big question now.
So as something as important as health facility, they don't have a land to build on. That is huge. I hope the people of Brufut are watching this program. They better tell the government to help them. They need to intervene in here because government really has taken a lot of land from Brufut for development. I'm not against that. Anything that is, the nation is bigger than a village. So anything that is done by government in the interest of the country, that's good. But in this case, government should also come to help them get land where they can build a hospital.
That is true. And also, I think if there's any association, Brufut association of something, they can reach out.
There was a time they came on this program. They were working on some of their projects.
Yeah, and Casa Gambia as well.
Exactly.
We had Ibrahima Jata
That's what
here.
I'm talking about.
I'll give him a phone call just to ask about this and just find out just so we have the right information about what is ongoing there. Yes, so Mr. Dabo, I think that is all we have time for on the newspaper review. It's great having you here.
Always good to be here.
You know, sharing a lot of ideas, learning from you, just all of us learning from each other. Yeah, it's amazing. Looking forward to another engagement. I can't wait. It's exciting. He's a conservative.
All right.
But anyway, we'll go for a short break, right, Ibrahima? And then when we come back, we will take a look at our community watch. We'll be right back.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chevy, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motors services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertel Harding Highway. Espas Motors.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your Cash Power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Short break. If you're just tuning in and you're watching QTV this morning, Ibrahim.
Waaw delsi nañ de. Waaw ba pare balaa ñoo am Ministry of Health ñu ngi war a ñëw.
ñoom rek la ñu.
Why there's something that I want to share with people on this platform.
Sure.
I saw this post, I mean, whereby it's about house rent. A lady's been scammed. ñu nax ko ni comme mu ne dafa soxloon néeg mu dem si benn kër mu laaj foofu noonu kooku mu ne ko ne am nañ néeg ba pare at some point mu ñëw mu fay kooku xaalis 6 months like mu jox ko something like 20,000 ndekete maan bi kooku amut néeg bu tëj la ko woon. You understand? So it's all over social media. I think
kaay la ñu waxante dëgga te dee yow magum jëma man waxuma ne ko scam ok comme lu mu def dafa right de agriwuma ak loolu waaye li ma wax mooy nit magum jëma nga liggéey sa xaalis lan nga demee di fay néeg buñ tëj.
non waaye xam nga comme ñu ngi laa woon noo lu tax ñu war a careful jigéen bi mu ne dafa bëggoon néeg soo xamante naa waa ji understand nga comme ni like sori wante wuñ fu mu dee jaayee mu ne kooku ne dama bëgg a néeg kooku mu ne ko suñ kër am nañ néeg understand nga so mu dem mu check néeg bi waaye at some point there was a padlock bi nga xam ne mu ngi fa hold on ñu ngi tëjoon néeg bi mu ne kooku noonu léegi ubbil ma néeg bi ma mun a seet ndax laaj naa ko kooku mu ne ko dañ war a replace padlock bi understand mu ne ko demal bi ëllëg
mu fay
mu ne ko demal bi ëllëg nga ñëw soo ñëwee ñun dinañ replace padlock bi soo jigéen bi dem mu call maan bi mu ne ko replace sanguñ ko so after mu ñëw mu ne ko ne you have to advance at least soo advancé then di nga gis ne no it's all of us di nga gis ne you know ñu mun laa jox néeg bi so the woman mu pay mu ngi anxious pour get a house so I mean she paid bu mu fayee ba pare after the following day mu del si foofu noonu mu fekk maan bi nekkut fa so benn sister la tasel si kër bi kooku mu ne ko ne kii amul fii néeg kii fii la nekkoon rek waaye nekkut de daf fi am néeg
loolu wax boobu
xam nga loolu ñu ngi laa woon soo gisee ñu wax ko comme affaire land buñ discuss fii ay rent ay land you know ay real estate so I think people have to be very careful
waaye Ibrahima dafa mel ni Gando xëy na time du ñu may pour ñu am pour xaar ko unless su egsi egsi na waaw xanaa dafa naaw nag
Gando action man Gando action man
but anyway all I know is comme situation bi nga explain magum jima dara jotu la ñëpp xam nañ ne comme néeg fii foog nga dugg xool néeg
xam nga so at some point dang dee am relationship ak nit to an extent
déedéet waaye ñu ne kooku dafa dee nekkantu
dang ko dee óolu am na at some point man su ma ñëwee am na yenn yu ma laa wax su ma la ne am na yu ma laa wax ne sax su ma la ko waxee danga maa góom di am na yoo xam ne su ma la ko waxee foog nga góom ma jéena ba bàyyil Gando mu firi am na yenn yoo xam ne su ma la ko waxee foog nga góom ma you know balaa ngaa realize ne dama la nekk di scam fekka late na understand so bul ne am na yoo xam ne magum jëma ak yooyu magum jëma dañ ko dee scam magum jëma dañ ko dee na you know so loolu moo happen in the case of so luñ nekk di wax mooy people have to be very careful nañ moytu about
land related
land issue agents yu ñoo diilal xam nga sometimes these agents problem la you understand ba pare tam da ngaa gis am na real estate yoo xam ne dañoo ñëw ñu jaay la laan ba pare ñu jaay ko
keneen
loolu yëpp happen na fii tey bu nekkee tey man maa la njëkkaa jëndal laan bi man jënd naa ko maybe in the year 2000 yow mun nañ laa defaral paper boo xam ne mun nañ laa defal foofu yow depuis 1999 nga jëndal so all those things are happening in this country understand so we have to be very careful where we acquire our lands, where we where we rent our houses. Otherwise, nga dugal sa bopp ci problem.
Waaw loolu moom dëgg la. So fi mu nekk nii Gando is in the studio already. We're just waiting him to just prepare himself and join us, and he'll be taking us through the issue of the current vaccination campaign that is ongoing. That's ended. That has ended. Welcome back. We apologize for that brief interruption there. So we were just waiting for our Community Watch guest, and he's here to take us through the recently ended measles and rubella vaccination campaign. Thank you so much for joining us. Although you're late, but then decide pour bala la tay rek,
No problem.
So thank you so much for joining us. So wow, for now, it's important pour ñu olofal nit ñi mëna understand what has been going on. So ma bëggoon na xam rek lan mooy general result bi after campaign bi.
Okay, that's very good. Jërëjëf Jenaba, maa ngi la jaajëfal ak suma brother Mr. Balde. Di leen wax ne thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Comme noo ko waxee last week bele passé ñu ngi doon def measles and rubella vaccination campaign. Suñu ne measles nag ñu bari ñu ngi ko xamee ci wolof mooy ngas. Feebari ngas so dafa nekk feebar boo xam ne daawoon na di sonal xale yu bari ci jamono waaye sant yàlla tey ñun ma door nekka i kilifa i papa ak i yaay léegi ñun mënuñ koo ràññee waaye soo laajtee ñun suñ yaay yi suñ papa yi ñoom waaw because daf dee mel ni xale bi dafa am runny nose ba pare dafa am i picca te picca yooyu noonu ñuy toj ñuy waale di tasaaroo si yaram bi ba pare tamit daf dee faral di waalante diggante xale yi so yaa ngi gis indi
daf dee waale
waaw daf dee waale so dafa nekk infectious disease boo xam ne dafa serious
loolu lañ de ooyee
fuusi ba si soose non dafa ute ak waga waaw
man ngeen naa dégg tur boobu sa waga
waaw waga dafa ute
waga amoon na time
waaye amoon na time soo laajtee mag ñi ñoom xam nañ ngas su dugaan si neighborhood wala si village balam faa génn daf dee mun a rey xale yu bari because moom fatality rate am bi dafa high trop so loolu tax na ba su dugaan si gox daf daan mun a rey xale yu bari
dañ ko dee mun a faj
prevention dañ ko dee faj waaye the best effective way buñ ko mun a lifine mooy aar ko te nuñ ko aaree bokk na si feebar yu ñoo aar si péngu so Gambia ñu ngi aar fukki feebar ak ñetta yoo xam ne dañ leen a aar si péngu so ya nga gis ne fukki feebar yooyu ak ñetta yooyu noonu ngas bi si la bokka measles polio si la bokka hepatitis si la bokka tuberculosis tamit dañ ko dee joxe at baat pour prevent xale bi mu bañ a am tuberculosis so da nga gis ne façon feebar yi ni 13 diseases yi measles def si bokka so comme li ma la wax ni because of comme li moo rey su nekkee ne dugg na si gox daf dee bari so ñu gis ne suñ surveillance bi comme niñ ko waxee dañ dee bàyyi xel every week képp ku dem lopitaan ñu bindal la garab den nañoo sa kayit yooyu ñoo ñu bindal la ban feebar nga am ak yooyu dañ ko dee gestu every week di ko xayma di seet ndax amut feebar yu laaxu bugg a ñëwaat wala feebar yuñ xeex ba daaxaleen bugg a ñëwaat so always dañ dee bàyyi xel loolu so te loolu am na solo trop te si biir gestu boobu noonu lañ dem ba ràññee aki bi mooy acute kidney injury bi because Ministry of Health dañ am bunta boo xam ne mooy epidemiology and disease control après ñu am bunta boo xam ne mooy EPI mooy expanded program on immunization so da ngaa gis ne EPI bi mooy ñu amee yëfi wàllum péngu bi ñooñu feebar yoo xam ne rek ci biir aduna bi am nañ gàllankoor through vaccine nga gis ne ñoom dañoo try ñu indi vaccine yooyu si biir dëkk bi so looloo tax vaccination dafa nekk loo xam ne depuis 1978 la ko Gambia door te depuis buñ ko dooree feebar yuñ si jot a xeexaangum feebar yooyu gañe nañ leen ndik sant yàlla feebar yu mel ni polio tey doo ko gis ñu ngi wax measles bii nii sa ñun yëpp seede nañ ne xameewuñ ko because suñ jamono bari wutoon waaye waaw so ñun mi liggéey lopitaan gis nañ ko because soo bàyyee xel soo gisee sax ñu indi campagne bi si suñ surveillance bi comme ni ma la ko waxee gestu bi dañ gis 60 people yoo xam ne jot nañoo test gars yi ñu am dis measles so loolu nekk loo xam ne lu yéeme la because ñu ngi koo xeex through péngu bi xale bu juddu soo demee bi am 9 months sooy ñëw clinique every month yaa ngee ñëw noos soo amee 9 months péngu buñ la dee jox measles si la bokka measles ak yellow fever boobu lañ dee joxe at the age of 9 months xale bu nekk si biir Gambia bi so we think ne everybody xale boo xam ne rek juddu na fii ba am at balaa nga am at di nga am sa measles prevention te su boobaa loolu dina la mun a aar pour nga bañ a am feebar yi ngas bii nii waaye loolu texut léegi-léegi nga gis ñoo xam ne dañoo dem ñetti weer noos duñ demaat noos ñeneenti weer duñ demaat noos so xale bi bu moo am 9 months yow yóbbuwuloo ko noos du mun a am dat péngu so loolu tax na léegi benn yi dañ dee mun a am risque boobu noonu mun a tax ba ñu mun a am feebar bi to da ngaa gis ne loolu su xappunee den da ngaa gis ne ñoo xam ne péngu wuñ da ngaa gis ne mun nañoo nekk at high risk te mun nañoo def population bi into risk so looloo tax ministre bi jóg ne bi nañ def campagne bi nag du tere ñoo xam ne dañ dee ñëw noos ñooñu am nañ seen péngu yi ba pare waaye comme ñoo xam ne duñ dee ñëw noos si la ñoo mën a am access because campagne bi dañoo dugga kër to kër di laajte nit ñi képp koo xam ne yaa ngi juróomi at dem si suuf ñu seet sa kayiti noos su nekkee ne am nga sax dinañ la yokkal jox la booster measles dose
so léegi
so looloo waral campagne
naka ngeen gisee turnout bi ak everything
waaw turnout bi nag nationally it was not kontaanuñ ci lool nationally suñ ne nationally mooy ne Banjul ba Basse ba Koyna loolu soo ko bàyyee xel coverage bi 50.1% lañ am so da ngaa gis ne su nekkee ne téeméeri nit lañ soxla xale yoo xam ne war nañoo jël péngu bii nii juróom fukka rek lañ gis so te loolu ñun yëpp réeréewuñ mbir lu fi jot a xew si weeks yu passé mooy yëfi aki bi indian sirop bi you know problème boobu noonu foog nañ ne loolu gën naa contribute lu tax ñu bari because Gambia ñun dañ am record bu baax su ñëwee si wàllum péngu wàlla boobu noonu Africa always ñun dañ dee nekk si first 3 dëkk yi gën a am highest coverage in vaccination for the past 20 years so record boobu noonu Gambia dañ ko am so da ngaa gis ne suñ campagne sax suñ defee campagne dañ dee am 95% dañ dee am lowest 85% so this is the first time for more than 20 years ñu génn in the Gambia fii nii def campagne ñu am less than 60% or even 70% mu dem ba 50% waaye soo ko xoolee tamit 50% bii nii pour dëkk bi yëpp la soo ko xaymaa waaye soo ñëwee si gox-goxaan yi comme regional administrative areas yi da ngaa gis ne am na region yoo xam ne try nañ seen nit ñi génn nañ yaa understand te coverage bi boor yooyu noonu baax na place yu mel ni LRR they had the highest coverage 81% LRR seen xale yi 81% mun nañ leen a jot génn nañ nangu na ñoo jël péngu bi in CRR 80% CRR xale yi am nañ accès si ñoom génn nañ ñu jox leen ñu jox seen xale yi pour ñu jël péngu bii nii nga ñëw gis feneen tamit fu am next highest mooy URR URR tamit am na 63% yu génn waaye still am na 40-something% yoo xam ne génnuñ so foofu nag moo daaneel dëkk bi because soo xoolee population bi Western Region 1 mooy diggante Banjul ba Banjulunding ak diggante Banjulunding dem ba Kalaaji because Western Health dafa divide West Coast into 2 from Banjul to Banjulunding or Yundum then Yundum tamit ba Kalaaji so all combo South combo North combo East dem fooñi si yëpp 5 fooñi si yëpp soo bàyyee xel loolu Western Region 2 lañ ko dee ooy 37% lañ am so da ngaa gis ne loolu dafa even though Bansang you know LRR yooyu seen population yi bariwul mun nañu am high coverage when soo ko dugalee si pooli dëkk bi da ngaa gis ne dafa wàcca so looloo wàccee dëkk bi nga ñëw tamit Western Region 1 dooree ko Banjul Bakaw Serekunda KMC Dembe comme ni ma la ko waxee Yundum 37.9 so da ngaa gis ne foofu tamit dañ fa daanu torop te foog naa foofu soo yang bàyyee xel da ngaa gis ne foofu la ñu bari di wax ne Kombo Tuba Banko so nit ñi in their mind we are aware we read a lot we have the social media we follow them so da ngaa gis ne te campagne bi bu moo door one thing lu ñu realize mooy ne dafa am videos yu dem viral in social media di wax ne am na garab yuñ fi indi bu leen ko jox seen doom yi and that record came from Senegal why people were you know passing it to each other nit yaa ko doon passante si biir Gambia bi as if si biir Gambia bi la te fekk loolu nekkut loo xam ne si biir Gambia bi la because ñun Gambia musuñoo am any case related to vaccination man suma boppa depuis 2006 maa ngi péngu ba 2014 péngu naa more than 100,000 babies waaye musuma am a day ma péngu nit ma dem kër tëdda ñu eema ñu ne ma déema koo péngu dafa dee wala dañ ko admit hospital so you have to report to a police station you understand so ñun vaccination dafa nekk loo xam ne benn private facility si biir Gambia bi fii du dee order vaccine vaccine booy am sax si private facility si like Afrimed like any other private facility nga gis ne vaccine yooyu Ministry of Health ñoo ko dee order through EPI la moo ñëwee te EPI tamit fu ñu ko jëlee mooy either through UNICEF through WHO vaccine dafa nekk loo xam ne loolu duñ ko dee bàyyi just like anybody comme garab yi sirop yi paracetamol yi you know brufen yi ak yooyu noonu yooyu pharmacie at their own level dañ ko dee mën a order but one thing we want to make clear mooy nit ñi pour ñu xam ne vaccine dafa nekk loo xam ne kenn du ko dee order si biir réew mi lu dul Ministry of Health through the assistance of UNICEF and WHO so vaccine yi ñoo yu si biir dëkk bi yëpp noonu lañ ñëwee si biir dëkk bi so nañ leen di bàyyi xel ba pare di follow suñ health programmes yi nañ di seetaan suñ télé yi you understand nañ di déglu suñ experts yi you understand nañ di follow suñ journalistes yi you understand ñu déglu suñ radio yi
positive journalist nag nekkul journalist yi positive
journalist yi nga xam ne dañoo topp sarta yu waa tëdda
positive journalist
waaw loolu moom am na si solo trop you understand waaye comme li ma wax Gambia even aki bi sax ñu bari media houses yu bari ñu ngi ko pick when WHO announced it te ñun génnee nañ series of reports WHO report bi boobu mooy ñun suñ 6 aki report aki 1 mu ngi génn 8 of August 2022 WHO alaatam bi mu ngi génn 5th of October 2022 so da ngaa gis ne almost 2 months ago Minister of Health was talking about the aki was doing report on the aki you understand loolu la because Minister of Health amul TV you understand so dañoo mun a joxe xibaar tasaare ko in a form of a press release then yéen media houses yi yéena koo jël as a topic boo xam ne dafa important dafa need ngeen indi ko ci seen platforms yi then after ñu mun koo discuss dëkk bi yëpp mun koo xam but this was missed and this was missed by many media houses piguñ the story from the 8th of August buñ ko release defuñ ci any panel discussion on and stuff like that ba the 6th report bu ñoo ala WHO ne leen now we have 66 dead and now samples yi ñu leen jox naka results yi WHO buñ tesee ba gis results yi samples yi ci lañ doog a alert the world on the 5th of October ne there is something that's happening in the Gambia and it has been linked to Indian syrups and that have led to 66 deaths. So that was when many people in the Gambia pick up the story. You understand? So you doga the call, gando dañ la need fee, and everybody, you see our team last week ñu ngi woon si panel bi fii nii and ñoom Mr. Mbodj and all that and GRTS so si la media house yu bari doon di pick story
waaye man li ma wax mooy yéen as a ministry ndax yéen tamit def ngeen si sawar boo leen si def balaa because si yéen la def de
waaw
xam nga WHO buñ génnee wax si la ko ñëpp en xam nga loolu nga wax
dafa mel ni ñooñu
yéen tamit xanaa yéen tamit WHO ngeen doon xaar
man as a person def naa fi ñaari panel ak kii ni jigéen you understand that was 1 hour aki that was in September
balaa WHO di wax
so ñu am QTV waaw but morning bi boobu moom xëy na yéen a defut lifin waaw waaye QTV we had series of programs on aki before WHO alert GRTS foofu am naa fa series of programs on aki before the WHO alert waaye comme country bi nit ñi they listen to more of outside media.
moo tax kon ngeen war a gën a takku xam nga lu tax moo tax nag Ministry of Health seen communications team bi war a gën a push war a gën a ba pare it's normal nga WHO is an international body. When they do this you don't expect that ñëppay react. It's a natural thing.
But that WHO message alert was not for the Gambia. That alert was for the rest of the world outside the Gambia who didn't know what was happening, what was
kon dëgëral leen seen communications team bi ñu gën leen a take seriously internally si biir dëkk bi fii laa
waaw but ñu ngi try suñu kéemtalaay kàttan to make sure ne whatever ñu am we bring it out to the public so loolu tax na since aki bi génna ak léegi ñu ngi si suñ 8 to 9 report so every time ñu am cases they come out to the public and loolu waral tamit comme ni ma la ko waxee measles bi ñu gis ne am nañ 60 cases and this is a deadly disease as well. It can spread very fast and it can kill many children. Mun naa rey xale yu bari su duggee si gox so loolu tax nag ñu ne bàyyi ñu ekkati campagne waaye campagne bi comme niñ ko waxee rek results yi 50% countrywide waaye still ñu ngi sant yàlla ndig Gambia comme ni ma la ko waxee we have a very good record when it comes to vaccine and vaccination and any feebar boo xam ne rek dañ ko mën a aar fanxa ko si vaccine boobu moo gën a garanti pour mun a daaxa feebar boobu than any other means booy mun a xeexee feebar because feebar yuñ fi xeex génnee leen fi yëpp yàlla daf ñu dimbale ñu am vaccine te Gambia nekk na dëkk boo xam ne comme ni ma ko waxee we have a very good record in vaccination so feebar bu am vaccine rek sant yàlla dañ ko dee mun a xeex te measles bii nii nekk na loo xam ne dañ daan toog at duñ gis more than 10 cases.
Thank you so much.
looloo waral
Gando jërëjëf yow moom xoolal amuñ sa fay because saa yu nga ooyee nga bàyyi li nga def yëpp nga ñëw I think this is beyond even the work that you do at the level of the ministry. It's more of some form of community outreach that you do on your own because sometimes you all as a faker it's just few hours to something that they yow amuñ dara luñ la wax yow office yow you're part of the team so Ibrahima call te at ga mu ngi nii toog so yow daal we're just saying a big thank you ba pare di wax ministre bi ñu téye la ñaari
waaye ñun tamit journaliste yi health communication ak journaliste yi la so ñun ñooy journaliste yi ministre bi so loolu tax always dañ dee kontaan saa yoo leen ñu ooyee pour ñu ñëw because ñun ñu ngi ministre of health but comme noo ko waxee si communication bi lañ nekk and then media boo leen a liggéey ñun tamit si la ñoo dañ leen a gërëm rek di leen ñaanal ngeen yaaga fi te wér nga xam ne saa yu nekk rek ngeen mun maa call suy guddi sax
waaw but thank you so much so Ibrahima that is all from me so tomorrow and Thursday you'll be joined by Loleh M Camara so ba Monday ñu ñëwati fi def fi leneen inshallah ma toog fekk yow inshallah yàlla dina ko def till we come your way next week bye